Salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rebby's Hideout. Welcome back to Tyranny. We last left our adventurers, or I guess we are the adventurers. We last left ourselves right outside of the Scarlet Chorus camp as we view their lovely decor out on the lawn. Oh, I love what you've done with the place. Oh, that man does not have life in him, and he is about 6 feet up in the air, suspended by a spike through his midsection. Ah, lovely. Look at the grass. Wonderful state of crimson. And we're about to go in here so we can help them out with the invasion of the valley, I believe. Let's check the journal real fast. Yep, taking the outer valley. We're going to go talk to the Fifth Eye and offer our services to him in this moment. And then I'm assuming we can offer our services there and then go back to the disfavored and help them after that encounter. Hoping it's not going to be like, oh, you have helped the Scarlet Chorus, well, you can only help the Scarlet Chorus now. You cannot help the disfavored. It's like, oh, oops. Because I'm really trying to keep a balance between the two of them. I already think it's a dysfunctional mess of an army situation, but if nothing else, maybe we can at least keep some balance. So, anywho, welcome back to Tyranny. That's where we're at. This will be part 6 of the videos. Again, as always, thank you all so much for watching. And thank you for any suggestions and information you can give me on how I should do these better. So, carrying on, I think we're about to get into a situation here. There's Quiet Shiv. Let's see. We had talked to Horde before. We cannot talk to Horde now. Quiet Shiv. Alright, we also get a return of my lovely voices that I struggle to find more than 5 variations of. Let's see who we get today. Shall we get like a Cockney street child, street urchin? Shall we get a British nobleman? Shall we get a... I guess I've really done mostly coy British sounding voices. I guess I should probably expand a little bit beyond that. But let's see. Quiet Shiv. It proves everything. We're going with that. The warrior slams her fists together in a resounding clap. Like, for instance, whether you're fit to lead that flock of children. Behind her, the members of her gang posture with weapons held at the ready. Shivershank. Okay, these are Scarlet Chorus, so... Did you not hear the news of the edict? This is a foolish distraction. We ought to be saving our fight for the enemy. The Chorus warrior looks to his gang, giving them a quick nod. Alright. Interceding, because apparently that's what we do, although I know we have the option to not. He's right. The edict will kill all of us. Kill us all if Ascension Hall is not taken soon. Well, until Fifth Eye starts the mustering chant, we ain't got nowhere to be. She gestures the gang across from her. Now's our chance to have it out before things get serious. Yeah, what's the problem here? No problem here. Oh gosh, there is admittedly some language that I will not be saying, just personal reasons. Just gonna clarify that before I get to it. But no problem here, Lord Binder. She tosses her blade in the air, catching it with a smile on the way down. Captain... What's a good replacement for that? I don't know. There's no... In my opinion, there are really, in many times, no good replacements for swears. Because they all have their own blunt nature about them. So I often don't try to replace them, but in this case, I don't want to make a habit of swearing in recording or in general. So, gonna just pass on by, unfortunately, on that one. Here seems he's about to balk from this challenge. Thinks just because he used to run a ship, he's qualified to run a gang. Well, in some ways, that kind of makes sense. She spits on the ground, looking up with a scowl. So I'm calling him out, because the way I see it, his warriors ought to follow me, not his new blood. I appreciate this man. He was my father. Just that name will do just fine. The warrior points at the opposing gang. If we have to prove our strength, we'll do so happily. But I'll have your hands and your feet removed from, and the rest of you kept for my own use. Oh, I'll have your hands and feet removed and the rest of you kept for my own use. All right. Fine. I'll be the negotiator. I kind of want them to fight it out, honestly, but I'll be the negotiator. Excuse me? She widens her eyes out of shock. This is our way, Fatebinder, and you have no right to stop us. We are not harming anyone outside the chorus. I don't know who you are, but I don't need your help. He looks back at his gang. I think we can handle this ourselves just fine. Oh. That's... oh, I feel like that would be... part of me that actually really wants to do that one. I don't know how that's gonna go, though. Is that out of character? Oh, gosh. We already are kind of the bad. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Sure, let's try it. Lost favor. Of course. Of course. Oh. I regret that decision. Okay, you quickly snatch Quiet Shiv's dagger as she flicks it into the air. Before she can even utter her cry of surprise, you stab her in the jugular with your own blade. She comes to the ground, face twisted, with as much shock and awe as everyone else is in the group around you. Just walk away. Yeah, I regret that decision. Let's see, we got Fatiguing Toxin, Bent Bronze Sword, can sell that, Beast Blood Pollen, and Red Moss Poultice. Camera really doesn't go up any further, does it? Okay. Oh, Horde is just a title. It's not the character. Okay. Yeah, okay. The soldier nods to you. Alright. Where am I at right now? 90 and 4. Oh, okay, didn't do tons. Still regret the decision, though. That did not... I don't know what I expected to happen, honestly. Oh well. The guard places her hands by her belt as you approach, gripping the hilt of a blade. Past this point is Chorus territory, and you don't look like someone's conscript. You sure you're in the right place? I am Rebby, Fatebinder of Tunon. I am here to help vanquish the Oathbreakers. I don't know why I'm giving myself that voice. I'm always in the right place. I could just pull the wizard stance. There we go. You know, I think I was told to expect somebody. But, you seem too ugly to be him. Her lips crumple into a smirk. Why exactly should I let you in? I thought I was expecting a Scarlet Chorus Warrior, not a child asking for a beating. Oh gosh. Gained wrath. Oh, I'm just doing great with them. See, I thought they would maybe appreciate a very strong stance against nonsense, but apparently they actually don't like that. Unless it comes from within, I guess. Maybe they just don't like it outright. They just all want that themselves. And we'll figure out how this goes, I guess. Hopefully before we get really on their bad side. The guard stares at you for a moment, clearing her throat as she tenses up her posture. At long last, she nods her head sideways, gesturing for you to enter. Go on in. Just watch us step around here. Yep, we are doing great at our relations right now. Let's immediately go touch this thing. Scroll sits here, glowing with a magical energy. Read the scroll. You've discovered a new sigil. Magic in the world of tyranny comes from learning how to perfectly scribe sigils and empower them with energy. Open the spell interface by pressing P to create a new spell with the sigil you just learned. P! Oh, look at that. Select a core sigil. Pardon? Let's go with Sigil of Lightning, and then Expressions, Sigil of Focused Intent. Actually, no, let's go with Illusion. That'll be a Spectral Blur. Mask the target in a blurred illusion, making them harder to hit. Very nice. Let's assign that. Let's just put that to us for now. And let's make Charged Fist. Yeah, that's what I've already got. Okay. Can we assign that to her? Hey, we can. Very nice. Let's go back to this and give her that one as well, just to have it there. Okay. Excellent. All right. Carrying right along. Salveros. Was that guy still? Oh, these guys are actively tied up. Fifth Eye must authorize the prisoner visits. Okay. Death knell. Oh. Okay. You. As much an accusation as a question, the broad-shouldered woman shakes her head with a scowl. So, you're Tunon's fate binder. I was expecting something more impressive. She bows in spite of her misgivings. Death knell, Scarlet Fury. My time is yours as long as it amuses me. The fighter effortlessly spins a bronze sword about in her hand. Let's get one thing clear. Stick to your words and law. Leave the fighting to the grown adults. Your corpse would just be a tripping hazard to those of us having a proper bit of carnage sport. We've got enough useless twats dying for our name as it is. All our horde recruits seem good for, of late, is piling in a dung-reeking mound in the battlefield. She hums low to herself and flips her sword side to side with several deft flicks of her wrist. Keeps up, and we'll have to toughen our recruitment standards. Again. You say again. I don't know what your standards even are right now, to be fair. Now, what do you need? Let's see. I don't really need anything from you. I just kind of saw you over here and realized you actually had a name. Same like this guy, Salveros. You're a disfavored. Hail, Fatebinder of Tunon. The disfavored officer pounds a heavy gauntlet against his chest in a stiff but warm greeting. Were I a betting or superstitious man, I'd say fortune must favor me today. I am not. But I am pleased to meet you all the same. Now, what brings you to my little slice of personal damnation, otherwise known as... He spreads his thickly gloved hands wide. This here mud and dung-steaking chorus camp. See, again, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, not really a good substitute for that word. Like, saying that word is far better, but again, just not doing that. Not getting in the habit of having that recorded. So we'll go with it as it is. Have anything you'd like to report, soldier? Maybe you've noticed something unusual during your time here. Why are you stationed with the chorus? You act like it's punishment, but you seem to be assigned to this detail. Our lives are at risk, and even then, you can't get along with the chorus. Why are you stationed with the chorus? From the most ways of my days go, you'd think I was here to row with the Blood Chanters and Scarlet Furies, but my post is to represent the disfavored's interest before Fifth Eye and the Scarlet Chorus for Iron Marshal Aranyos. Not that I have gotten to do either in so much as the last span. You sound frustrated. I am. He tips his helm back, but enough to spit at the ground. You try having to... you try having to do that to every Fury who wants to talk to you, and that's after I try to talk them down. It's a Kairos damned mess. Well, let's see. If anything you'd like to report, soldier, maybe you've noticed something unusual during your time here. He cants his head to one side, taken aback. What about the chorus isn't unusual? The army itself is a strange, malnourished beast. But no. No, the screamers seem mostly in order, sir. And I haven't been spying, if that's what you're implying, sir. Still, as a post, he studies you sharply, scarcely appearing to breathe. Course, even if I was, it'd be damn near impossible to learn anything from this sty. Fifth Eye and those damn Furies don't even loop me enough. Don't even loop me in enough for me to do my detail. And that's not for lack of trying on my part. What do you mean? Yeah, there was a favor and wrath moment. I guess just favor and favor. I'm not just here to keep a steady eye on the Oathbreakers, who they give far too much freedom after conscripting. I'm here to be a resource for the benefit of both armies. I can provide insight regarding proper stratagem and request a stock of troops from Iron Marshal Evanyos for reinforcements if needed. But they won't listen to me, nor confide in me, nor fight beside the brethren I could request. Yeah, fair enough. I'll leave you to it. We got a rot spear. Alright, carrying right along. Let's go find Fifth Eye. Is that you? Reg. Regu. Snigler Dagos. Scarlet Fury. Threadbare Tents. Fifth Eye. Ah, there you are. Ahem. And some water. Gotta figure out better ways to do these voices. Need to learn how to use my diaphragm a little bit more. Get those false folds working. The binder of Tunon arrives. Squealing a teenager's timber, the Fifth Eye's voice makes your gums itch and your fingernails feel in need of a trim. And we just finished having a bit of sport with some captives. But don't worry, we'll have more fun with another batch momentarily. Dressed in the bronze regalia of the Crimson Spears, the Fifth Eye beckons you to stand close, wagging a blood-spattered glove. It is a distinct pleasure to see you again, Firestarter. No doubt I and my gang might not have lived to see this day had you not taken charge of that disastrous assault on the Vellum Citadel. He jabs a finger toward you in for emphasis. You made a wise trade. A few disfavored lives for hundreds of quiremen. Kairos would approve. Now that you have issued this edict and doom us all to die, have you come to help us climb out of this hole? Chirps of laughter emanate from under his mask. Yeah, what would that sound like? You gotta get like that. Like glass in the throat. No, it's not glass, that was phlegm. I trust you're getting your warriors ready for battle. Not here to follow your every order, but we all need to work together to stop this edict. How has the camp responded to the edict? How has the camp responded? With mewling, bawling, the occasional orgy, frequent vomitus. Shrill, tittering laughter escapes from under his mask. The bloodlust is there, but so is the fear of failure. Should our glorious horde fall, fail to overrun the citadel, we will surely all perish, I don't see the disfavored pulling their weight. Ow. Probably helps if I sit up straight. Let's see. I trust you are getting your warriors ready for battle. We know the Oathbreakers are focused on the citadel beneath the mountain spire, but we have learned this is not their only nest. The Fifth Eye wags a hand in the air with a high-pitched squeal of displeasure. Given their pattern of attacks, they must have a second group maintaining camp here in the Outer Valley, and unless we deal with this second group, they'll attack from behind the moment we cross the river. You have a how large a force, and for all these weeks you've let the enemy move freely through the valley. The disfavored think you can't control the horde, that many are defecting back to the Veteran Guard. Wrong. Or perhaps, he gestures with his spear in an arc towards the sprawling camp. It is no mean feat to herd this many desperate lives. For every 2 hands of humanity, there is at least 1 finger that snaps from the stress of our ways. A few have been lost in the margins, I won't deny that. But if you store grain, expect some rat feces. If you lead killers, expect some desertion. So you need help taking out these Oathbreakers? Let's go with that. And while good old-fashioned slaughter would be an efficient solution, the smarter answer is to not kill them, but to add their strength to ours. See where he's going with this. My last group of scouts returned with a new batch of prisoners, and one of these prisoners claims she can lead us to the Vendrian's Guard's secondary camp, though there are shreds of deception in her voice. I could use more help questioning this Varia Kell. Perhaps you will get less screams and tears, and more useful information out of her. If we knew where to ambush the Oathbreakers, we could try and take their captain and show him the wisdom of joining the chorus. I will speak with the prisoner. I will meet you there. She is waiting by the other prisoners. Okay, I assume that's where we were just a second ago. Let's go ahead and save real fast. Yep, right there. Alright, save real fast. Hello, piggy. And let's see who we have here. Yeah, puppy. Varia Kell. There we go. Good sir. Let the choirman speak. Let the Fatebinder speak with our catch of the. Alright, there we go. Okay. Currently have some wrath with them, but let's see how this goes. Alright. Oh, a voice for her. Please, someone. I wish to bow before the voices of Narat. I thought all could find redemption in the chorus. A woman in the makeshift armor of the Vendrian Guard lurches forward in agony. Her soiled, trembling legs suggest she has been forced to stand for days. Oh, goodness. This one, he flippantly waves at the prisoner, was hollering earlier that she knows the location of the Vendrian Guard encampment, but she isn't being entirely honest. I told this thing. The prisoner's face turns pale a moment before a look of determination comes over her face. That I wanted to guarantee I'd live and be welcomed into the corps as a captain. Then I'll talk. Otherwise, they'll just kill me once I've opened up. I was dumb enough to join with the Vendrian Guard, but I'm not dumb enough to give away my bargaining bronze. Okay. Why the change of heart? Because I want to live, and you don't need to be the Archon of Premonitions to know that the younger realms are gone for good. She blinks several times, catching her breath. Kairos is the new strength of the Tears, and I would rather stand with his Archons than be crushed by them. Why should I trust the words of an Oathbreaker? I suppose I have no answer for that. Varia's eyes fall to the ground, and she swallows nervously. When I joined with the Vendrian Guard, I accepted their broken vow unto myself. Have you not felt passion for a foolish cause, one you later came to regret? Well, my surrender is sincere, and I'm willing to bow before the voices of Narat to prove it. Tell me what you know, and I can see to your release. I heard the chorus is looking for Captain Pt6 Florian and his crew. I can lead you to them, but only if you release me. Ah, Pt6, our good friend from before that we also kind of failed to handle well. We're 0 for 2, I'm realizing. She turns her head, taking a long look at skewered and smoldering corpses around her. She tugs at her restraints, but to no avail. Wow, I actually have athletics skill for that. Let's see. Athletics to raise your voice. Ah! Oh, that's a good workout. Let's see. Start talking now. You're lying. Why don't you tell me what you actually know, and I'll see about saving you. This one. 89 athletic skill experience. Ah! Wait, have I been leveling up and I didn't realize it? I'll get to that in a second. Okay. Well, you see, shaken by your demand, her lips move wordlessly for several seconds. So I don't know exactly where the rest of my crew is, but I mean, I can tell you. She shakes her head, catching her breath. Search that one. She reaches up with her right leg and points with her foot, calling attention to the nearby pile of corpses. The tall, dark one missing most of his face. Check his left boot. He was the literate one in our crew. He had the orders. With a snap of his fingers, a pair of choirmen yank the boot off the fallen guardsman. A rolled parchment slides out of the boot and is thrust into the fifth eye's hands. He unfurls the scroll to give it a read. It's nonsense. Just a mash of words. Laughter erupts from under his mask. She said she had information. She gave us garbage. Slay this wretch for wasting our time. Oh, wow. I was not doing that voice the way I was a second ago. Man. He snaps his fingers at a second Scarlet Fury, who promptly snatches a long knife from her belt. I heard her say she'd swear fealty to the voices of Narat. An initiation rite would be in order. You've gained wrath with them. Oh, of course I have. Oh, well, it's tiny. Seeing as you are an expert on the subject of fate, I will entertain your wisdom on the matter. What, then, would you propose we do with her? Ooh. I don't think I'm going to be that sadistic. Send her back as an air agent. That is okay. I will need to think of a good explanation for my escape, but I'm certain I can return and avoid suspicion. Thank you. You will not regret this act of mercy. This will end amusingly, for the Vendrian God would be smart to assume she has only escaped by our whims. You there! The fifth eye barks at a pair of guardsmen, beckoning them forward. Release our newest recruit. She has orders to infiltrate the Oathbearers. See that she is escorted to the river's edge. Ah, look at that. I believe that's the glowing glimmer of a level up. Varia inhales deeply, flexing her fingers as she shakes off the stiffness of being tied to a post for days. I will return to the Vendrian Guard, act well in my part, and await further instructions from the course. With a nod, she follows her escorts out of the camp. We are no closer to finding the Oathbreaker's position, not with this cryptic mess. She promised us answers, and all she gave us was gibberish.
Sorry to interrupt, but I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely, it's one of the local scripts.
You, sir, sound very okay to have been tied to a post for several days, with likely no food or water. The voice comes from another prisoner tied up next to Varia, an older gentleman with the quills, ink vials, and parchment scrolls one finds on sages of the school of ink and quill. Ink smudges cover his cheeks, temples, and ears. His clothes appear charred, and between the rips of fabric you spot burn scars along his arm. Despite being emaciated and tied to a post, he offers a beaming smile. I read the parchment for myself. You unroll the parchment and see a message of modest length written with professional, albeit hasty penmanship. The Tearsmen speak to the Kanto just like the Northerners, but they have a half-dozen different ways of writing it. This particular script is unknown to you. Who are you?
I'm Sage Lantry, one of the hired quills that was coordinating missives between the Vendrian Guard captains. They aren't paying me anymore and aren't coming to my rescue. So I'll decipher that parchment for you. That's what smart prisoners do, right? Make themselves useful?
Sure. So, way you can go about it. Show him the parchment. Can you read this?
Well, let me see. I can't.
You hold the parchment. You hold the parchment in front of the bound sage, and his eyes dart down the length of the missive. He reads the words a second time, nodding in silence.
So, I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm half certain that's Sage Selwyn's handwriting. I'm sure I could decipher that in a few hours' time. Don't need my hands free, but I think better when not tied to a post. I know, I'm weird that way.
A few hours? Either you can read it or you cannot. What use is a sage that doesn't know his letters? I've heard all I need to hear. I say we have some fun with this one. I'll give him a few hours. You read the edict. I don't need to tell you the sundial is working against us. This addled old bag is just trying to stall us. Ah, put it back on him. The voices of Narat would be upset to know you squandered a useful prisoner. How true. Then we shan't put him to waste. He will serve as a most riveting source of amusement as we put him on trial.
Fatebinder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial. I'm no fool. I know the chorus uses blood, not words, to settle these matters. But you are a servant of the Archon of Justice, are you not?
I'm gonna take him into my custody. Not a chance. He's our prisoner. If you think you can crack the information we need out of his skull without troubling the Archon, that's one thing. But you're not walking out of here with our property. Ah, true, but by Kairos law, he could swear fealty to me and become a sworn vassal. My property.
A most clever technicality. And I would happily serve the Archon of Justice as warrior. Especially if it means getting out of this mess without a perforated lung.
As an understandable thing to want to get out of. Silence, old man. Good luck bowing to the Fatebinder with your head pulled from your neck. The fifth eye jabs a finger at you. The chorus learned. The chorus earned this prisoner's right and proper. This prisoner right and proper. If you wish to rob him from me, if you wish to rob from me, there we go. Go ahead. But all will know you are the sort of Fatebinder to take as you please. Oh, here we go. If it's a fight you want. Ah ha ha, gain favor. Did you hear that, brothers and sisters? Raising his arms to the sky, the fifth eye roars for all nearby to hear. Trial by combat is upon us. The sage is unbound from the post. Stiff legs nearly buckle as he attempts to walk, and his arms flex and flail in their new freedom. Wiping sweat and grime from his brow, the sage steps close to you with a nervous smile. The rhythmic roaring and the stomping of hundreds of feet in unison flood the camp. Hordemen begin to circle and swirl about, brandishing weapons and cheering. Begin the chant of gathering. Let the warriors know that tonight's entertainment will soon commence. End conversation. Ho ho ho. Alright. Alright. Before we carry on from here, we are well a little bit over the 30-minute mark that I'm trying to shoot for these videos. So, with that in mind, we are going to go ahead and wrap this up right here. As always, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Again, let me know what you all think of this, if I should do other games, if I should kind of branch out from there. I'm continuing to get a little more comfortable with this, a little bit more free in how I'm doing this. I think the main thing I need to work on right now is maybe slowing down my words and also voices. The Scarlet Chorus can't all have rocks in their throat, or at least I need to learn how to do rocks in my throat without actually feeling like I'm putting rocks down my throat. So, with all that, thank you all for watching. Please feel free to... Oh, no, I already said that part. Haha. I'm remembering that. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time. Please take care, and I'll talk to you then. Goodbye.